If you guys are tuning in and watching, I would love to hear from you guys, see how you are doing, where you're coming from. I know definitely, especially because we are a veteran owned store at JANZ, we are a military business. We come from all over the world, and I would love to hear where you guys are listening from. Okay, we are going to share this. There we go. If you bear with me 1 second, we're going to get to some really good stuff today. Okay, all right. Thank you for bearing with me through that. It's always a fun technical difficulty. Okay, so getting into it. Hello again. My name is Paige Sachovka. I'm an international board-certified lactation consultant, and I'm partnering with JANZ to bring you an increased access to breastfeeding support. We talk every Monday. We talk all about everything from breastfeeding problems, concerns, tips, products, tools, you name it, pumps. We are here for it all. Everything from, trying to conceive, pregnancy, postpartum, breastfeeding difficulties to weaning. We're here for it all. So if you have a suggestion that you would really like to hear about on one of these videos, always feel comfortable to message me or Jan. So we are happy to oblige in any way we can. So today, hot topic. I was incredibly thrilled to see that we have this in the store now, and I am so excited, so I wanted to share that with you guys. So what we got today, I'm incredibly excited. Yeah, can't say that enough. So we have our Legendairy Milk Galactagogoues. We have a couple different options. So right now in the Spring Dahlem store or Ramsheim store, you can definitely find these. They are galactagogues. So what is a galactagogue? It is an herbal supplement that is designed to increase your milk supply. There is a little bit of caution with this because herbal supplements, vitamins, they can have drug interactions just like medication. So just check in with this. If you want to talk to your doctor, that would be highly suggested. I will say one issue I take with the idea of galactagogues, so many of them include an ingredient called fenugreek. Fenugreek is one of the most commonly known and used galactagogues, but it comes with some downsides. It definitely has drug interaction with thyroid medication. So my mamas with thyroid issues that are on medications, it can mess with your levels, which is why I never recommend any products with fenugreeks for any mom, because it is not worth it. Huge risk. What do I love about these? No fenugreek. Fenugreek free, which is fantastic and is for the best health and safety for mom and babies. And I love that JANZ supports that and make sure that their products are all safe and ready to go for our mamas. So thank you for thinking of that. So you will get this 3-pack. It has 3 different bottles. We have our Pump Princess, and I'm definitely reading off the back of these. So what we got in there? We got cumin, fennel, and dill. All are good, well-known galactagogues. No fenugreek. So Pump Princess. I will say Pump Princess would be fantastic if you have a good supply, you're not really struggling, but you want to increase it a little bit. Or let's say you're using it as a preventative measure. Like, oh, I know I'm sick. I'm not feeling so good. I'm probably not as hydrated as I need to be. I would like a little boost. Pump Princess would be great for you. Also, if you are on your period, and we know that when you're on your period, sometimes your supply can fluctuate a little bit more than normal, and it usually is decreased. So anticipating something where your supply might dip, so this would be a good preventative idea. It is probably lowest strength, but if you don't need a super high acting, very strong galactagogue, Pump Princess would be a-okay for you. So next, I want to say my medium strongest is going to be your Milkapalooza. That is, which one? This one, the blue label one. So your Milkapalooza, that contains your moringa. My favorite galactagogue is moringa. There's clinical studies to support it, so we love that. Nettle, shatavardi, and fennel. All fantastic. I want to say moringa is medium strength. It is well known that it is effective for most moms. A lot of these ingredients also have, some immunity increases. It helps with your tiredness, your immunity support. There's a lot of different things that these herbal galactagogues can have, side effects or are used for outside of breastfeeding. So a lot of people use these ingredients in other herbs or vitamins that has nothing to do with breastfeeding, but it's still good for them, good for breastfeeding. So there's lots of uses here. So the reason why I would say this one's a medium strength because of that moringa and shatavardi blend. Those are very well known. They are fantastic. So let's say you maybe something happened where you didn't get breastfeeding off to the best start. You weren't feeding as frequently as you needed. Maybe there was a separation. Baby had to go NICU or mom had emergency where they had to be separated. And you just did not get things off to the best start. That would be fantastic for you. If you are struggling and you have to use formula because you do not have a full supply at this time, that would be a great aid. And then liquid gold is going to be our gold label. That is extra power strength. That is fantastic. I really like liquid gold because it has, we'll run through, it has goat's rue, milk thistle, shatavardi, fennel, alfalfa, and anise seed. So goat's rue is fantastic. It is specifically designed for moms who really struggle with their milk supply. Also, I apologize if you hear the airplanes. We are a military base. Fight sounds of freedom. So do not mind that. But going back into this, so I recommend moringa for really severe cases of chronic low milk supply where everything you're doing is not working, or maybe you have some structural issue, insufficient glandular tissue, tubal breast appearance, very asymmetrical breasts, something of the sort that indicates that you need help maturing your glandular tissue. So studies have showed it is thought to help mature and develop your glandular tissue, which has a huge role on establishing a full milk supply. So moms who have a chronic low milk supply, who have been trying for a very long time to get a full milk supply, get away from formula where they no longer need it, that one is chef's kiss. Fantastic for you. So these are now available in JANZ, which I'm really excited because prior to them having this, when I had moms interested in galactagogues who wanted to find something, this is more so an issue overseas. It's very, very, very hard for us to get the American products that we know and love overseas because this is not okay to be shipped to our APO. It is against customs regulations. We are not supposed to have any supplements or herbal supplements of any kind shipped to our APO. So having our favorite products of this nature is next to impossible because we can't ship it from the US, Amazon, Walmart to our APO. We'd have to find it locally, which is not very much available. So what I previously had to do with moms is we had to thumb through on the German sites, we're in Germany, on the local sites to find a herbal supplement that has these ingredients but wasn't marketed for breastfeeding moms. And like I said earlier, many people take these same ingredients for different reasons, usually surrounding health, fatigue, immunity, those kinds of things, which was very difficult, and it was another language, so that was hard. Now we don't have to do that. We have our American products here, even overseas. So that is so fantastic. I cannot even tell you what joy that brings me not to have to send moms to an unknown site with this product and this brand that we've never heard of, hoping for it to increase milk supply when we have everything right here that we need, even at your JANZ store. So that is something I'm saying it often because I really am excited. This is a huge relief to me, and I'm sure a lot to my moms. Even when I was stateside, this was my go-to brand for Galactagogoues. I love Lengendairy Milk. They have nothing but good intentions for moms, which is a company that I completely support. So I'm really happy to see that here, and I know we are planning on getting more in. So if you are a mom in a situation where you are thinking you need help, assistance with your supply, these would be a fantastic thing to consider. But also want to just throw in a little bit tidbit for caution. These are not a quick fix. They're not going to fix your problems. It's so important that you are not relying on this for all of your milk supply. You have to put in the work. So these will help and assist, but they're not going to create the foundation. You have to create the foundation, which means basic breastfeeding routines, which it sounds something like you are breastfeeding at least 8 to 12 times in a 24-hour period. And if you are bottle feeding your baby, you are also pumping to maintain the supply that you need to provide yourself with the stimulation you missed while baby was feeding. The goal is, if you are pumping, to match that same amount that baby had at a bottle within 24 hours. So if your baby had a 2-ounce bottle 5 hours ago, within the next 24-hour period, you need to pump 2 ounces, whether that takes 1 pumping session or 5 pumping sessions. That is how you maintain stimulation. Your supply is very much supply and demand. These will help you, but they will not make everything work. You have to put in the work for it. You are alternating your breast. So when you start for a feeding and you start on your left breast, you know the next time you feed, you start on the right breast. Those types of things. You are not going excessively long periods without feeding. You are not missing feeds without pumping. You are putting in the work. Now these are super helpful when you are putting in the work and things aren't quite the way that you want. This, along with a couple other things such as power pumping, such as working with a lactation consultant, can really be the defining factors. Now if you are taking these, working with a lactation consultant, have an entire increasing milk protocol and things are still not working, first of all, ask your lactation consultant what their credentials are. Are they an IBCLC? Because that is an advanced complex situation that you do need an advanced lactation consultant for. Sometimes there can be internal physiological factors going inside our bodies that we are not aware of that is impacting our ability to have a full lactation, a full supply, to fully establish lactation. And when everything on the outside that we are doing is not working, that's when it's time to look inside. But work with an IBC, literally an IBCLC, and they should be able to help you get to the root cause, to figure out where that block is inside you, or at least guide you to the right answers. So these are just a couple ideas to think about. When I really think about galactagogues, I really kind of keep coming to the metaphor of like losing weight. Okay, so when we're losing weight, diet and exercise, that's the defining factors, okay? And we can take supplements to help us lose weight, but if we're not putting in the work with what we're eating and exercising, it's not gonna work. Same idea here. This is like the weight loss pills, okay? It can help you, but you also need to put in the work. That is supply and demand. That is feeding regularly, removing your milk frequently. And then adding this on top will help assist in that process, but the foundation is that frequency of feeding and milk removal. Stimulation and milk removal are the defining factors. And like I said, if things are kind of going wonky, that's where you call in your lactation consultant for support. So I hope you guys are excited as I am. I am really happy to see these in the store. So if you have any questions on which one's best for you, should you take all of them, dosage, anything of the sort, I will say follow the directions on the bottom. The bottle, they will not lead you wrong. They each have their own directions as far as how many pills, how many times a day, etc., etc. If you feel concerned about taking these, maybe you're on other medications, talk with your doctor. Always a fantastic bet. But these are an option, are a tool to help you reach your goals that you have set out for yourself. So thank you for joining me in another Monday JANZ Lactation series. I always enjoy coming on here with you guys. If you have any questions or if you need support in any way, always feel comfortable to reach out to me or any of your JANZ staff members. We are here for you and we want to help you to the best of our abilities. Hope you guys have a good day.